Yo, what's up, dorks? Welcome back to yet another educational English video. I am your new dad, and today we're gonna be looking at memes! That's right, it's our monthly dive into Reddit, where we look at memes, we see what's popping on the internet, and we break these down to see what we can learn just from looking. But before we jump into the video, if you like what you see, make sure you smash that like button, make sure you smash that subscribe button, and ring that little bell for notifications. And as always, join our Discord because we share memes with each other, we chat with each other, we even play video games together. So let's just do that. Now, let's learn some English. So let me explain why using memes to learn English is so helpful. First off, I'd say it's probably impossible to go an entire day without seeing memes, so there's that. And second off, they're fun. So what the hell else is there to do? But the reality is that memes are current. They talk about current times, and people use current speaking styles, current word choices in memes. So what we like to do on this channel is break them down, look at them, take them apart, and see what we can learn just by looking at memes. And they're memes, not memes. Anybody who says meme, you just gotta smack them in the freaking mouth. All right, no meme stuff, they're memes. Let's dive in. Okay, so today we'll be learning about cells. Me, who knows all about them because my dad lives in one. All right, so this one right here is pretty spicy in my opinion, and let's talk about that. So the word cells has two different meanings. The first one relates to the teacher talking, and she's talking about cells in science. Like, we have cells all up inside of our body. Every living thing is made from cells. The boy, on the other hand, said that his dad lives in a cell. That doesn't mean that he lives inside of a, microscopic organism. What it means is that his dad is in jail. So cells are also what we call the spaces in jail that prisoners live inside of. The joke in this meme here is that the teacher wants to do science and the confused student is thinking about his dad being in jail. So two types of cells. Well, there's three types of cells really, but two types of cells. You got your jail cell, and then you got the cells that make up your body. Easy as that. Kids on Thanksgiving pretending their sparkling apple cider is wine. So last week was a major holiday for the United States. It's one of our big ones, and it's Thanksgiving. It's a big celebration we have once a year to give thanks for the harvest. We have it during harvest time where we eat a whole bunch of food that grows in the fall, that comes to maturity in fall, and we just eat a really, really big meal, and it's really delicious. There's all sorts of great food, like a giant turkey, which isn't the most flavorful bird, but stuffing, which is great, mashed potatoes, which are amazing, and you put gravy on top of them. There's green bean casserole, candied sweet potatoes, and a serious ton of other food. And after the meal, we eat pumpkin pie, which is also really awesome. So in this meme, the kids are talking about sparkling apple cider, or that the kids drink sparkling apple cider. And let's talk about apple cider first. Apple cider is different from apple juice because it's the unpasteurized, unfiltered, just raw pressed apple juice, and it is insanely delicious. Apple juice is bad. Apple cider is really, really incredible. I highly recommend it. You can make it at home. Just Google it. I'm not going to spend a lot of time talking about how. Just Google it. It's good. What makes it sparkling, though, is that they add carbonation to it. Like you might see sparkling wine, which is just carbonated wine. If you see sparkling grape juice, it's just carbonated grape juice, making it sparkling, making it soda. You also have sparkling water, which is carbonated water. This is just sparkling apple cider, which is just carbonated apple cider. So on Thanksgiving, as the adults drink wine, or they drink champagne or sparkling wine, Well, the kids get to have their sparkling drink, which would be sparkling apple cider, which is served in a bottle as if it is wine itself. So the kids, they get to pretend like they're adults for a little while. When you run into a random person in a pre-game lobby, I can't act like that's not me in Fortnite. I mean, I'm always just emoting in the lobby. The pre-game lobby, though. So I do want to break this word pre-game lobby, this phrase pre-game lobby down, because we don't often see a prefix that's hyphenated with a noun to be an adjective, right? So we're going to break this down. First, pre gets hyphenated and it's attached to the word game, which is a noun, and then it's before the word lobby. So we know that the lobby is the starting place in the game. After you enter the game, before you get in a match, you're sitting in the lobby. The pre-game lobby is where you chill out with other players before the game begins. So after you get loaded into the game, before the game starts, you're in the pre-game lobby. So here, instead of the word just being pre-game lobby, we actually see a hyphen because we're using two adjectives to describe one noun. Now, game is being used liberally as an adjective here instead of a noun. It's not a game lobby. It's not a pre-lobby. It's a pre-game lobby, meaning that we have to hyphenate those two adjectives together before the noun. The same works with things like pre-game shows, which are the event that happens before a sports event. Me trying to put my change and receipt in my pocket, the next person in line. All right, I have to admit, I am that guy. I am totally that guy. And it's just so hard, man. When you're waiting in line to do something and like somebody's just taking their time, they're going slow, and it's like, we all have places to be, man. You gotta hurry up. I get it, dude. I get this guy's frustration because that's me every time I go shopping somewhere. But let's break down some of the key words in here. The first one is the word change. Now, change is the money that you get back at the store after you've bought something. So for example, if I give the shopkeeper $10 for something that costs $5, they're going to give me $5 back. That is my change. Oh, and pockets, they're just the places in your pants or jackets where you can put stuff. Everybody has pockets. Atheists, when they accidentally say holy F instead of science sex. That's a bad word. This one, there's a lot of words to start out with, but let's jump in by talking about what an atheist is. So an atheist is someone who does not believe in religion. For an atheist, they do not believe in God. They do not believe in Yahweh. They do not believe in Buddha. They do not believe in Allah. There's nobody, nor Krishna, nobody at all. So to them, there's only science and what can be proven. So since they don't believe in God, they wouldn't say the word holy. Holy is a word that means something that is religiously sacred, like the Holy Bible, for example. It's a sacred book, or the Holy Torah, which is a sacred book. And I'm sure in other religions, they have a word that means the same. Holy just means religious. Sacred and religious. So keep in mind that because an atheist doesn't believe in God, they wouldn't use the word holy. Instead, here it says that they would use the word science sex. And that's because to fuck, that verb means sex most of the time. And not always, but it's usually used to talk about sex. Like holy fuck. Fuck means sex. So science sex. I like it. I think that's a grade A spicy meme. Quick, the Americans are asleep. Post pictures of the elections with more than 2 parties. All right. Last month, we had a really messy election, and the president still is not accepting that he lost, or at least by the time that I'm making this, he hasn't accepted that he lost. So the whole thing is a shit show, and I really don't want to talk about politics on this channel because it just becomes too much. But at the end of the meme, it said elections with more than 2 parties. Now, what is a party? Because a party is not like a disco. It's not like we're going out and having a birthday party. A party is a group of people who share the same political ideology, which means they think the same politically and they want to do the same stuff politically. In the US, we only have two political parties that we have more, but we only have two that ever get voted for. The first one being the Republican Party, that's Donald Trump's political party, and then the other one being the Democratic Party, which would be Joe Biden's political party. In almost every other country, they have more than two parties, other than some crazy countries that only have one. But in the US, there's only two that get the votes. That's the Democrats and the Republicans. Girls insulting girls. You bitch. You whore. Boys insulting boys. I am your father. All right. This one's pretty aight, and it's very accurate. So let's take a look at some of these words to see what we can learn. The first one I want to point out is the word bitch, and if you haven't seen my swear word video, then now's the time to do it, because I go all the way through every meaning of what bitch is, why to use bitch, when to use bitch, when not to use bitch, and like literally every meaningful way you could say the word bitch. So just check that out if you want to know what the word bitch is, but let's talk about the word whore. And a whore, in the literal sense, is a woman who sells herself for money, meaning she'll have sex with other people for money. These are also called prostitutes. But in 2020, you wouldn't hear a prostitute being called a whore. You don't hear that anymore. It's just not the way we use it. Now, people use the word whore to talk about women who've had sex with a lot of other men, or just a girl who hooks up with a lot of guys. So you wouldn't refer to a prostitute as a whore in 2020, but you might refer to, and you shouldn't because it's not a nice thing to say, but you might refer to a girl who sleeps with a lot of people as whore. But you shouldn't because it's not a nice thing to say. I'm all about free sex for women, you know? But the funny thing about this is that girls are really ruthless with each other. They say really mean things to each other, where at the end of the day, the boys' jokes are just saying, you know, I'm your father. I had sex with your mother, right? Like, I had sex with your mother, so I'm your dad now. Can you think of anybody you know who makes that joke pretty frequently? I do, right? That's my joke. I am your new dad. I am your new dad. I am your new dad.
I am your new dad.
So it's the same joke that I make to you guys. It's pretty simple. It's pretty funny. Just boys are way less mean than girls are, is what this has to say. All right, now we are done with the memes. So let's take a quick quiz to see what we've learned by watching this video. Stick around until after. All right, that's it for today's video. Let me know in the comment section how you did on the quiz, and let me know what you'd like to see next on this channel. As always, I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please gently tap that like button. Gently use 2 fingers to gently tap that subscribe button. Use 3 fingers to gently ring that little bell for notifications, and then just use 1 thumb to go over on Discord and join that, because we have hella fun over there. We have a great time. I'd like to see you over there. That's it. Stick around for some affirmation. All right, now for some much-deserved affirmation. I'd just like to tell you how proud of you I am, how impressed I am by you for going out of your way, using your free time to learn English. It's incredible. You're doing wonderful. You're helping yourself, and you're making your future self smarter right now. I couldn't be more proud of you. I love you, and I'll see you in the next one.